I think if you're really curious and you're really open-minded, I think that all people have a strong story to tell.
Sådan, venner, så er vi jo kørende.
Et bad før i fordomme.
Jeg vil gerne ud og bade.
Ja.
Bjørn Harvig, take one.
My name is Bjørn Harvig. I'm 40 years old. I've been trying to bike around the world as much as possible the last almost 20 years. The next 4 months I'll be on the country roads with my family on the bike, and it's very, very important for me to show my kids that we can do this, that we can trust the people and the world we meet. I grew up in a suburb north of Copenhagen, northwest of Copenhagen, 20 minutes out of town. I was not really much into the outdoors, but mostly I was into football, soccer, music, heavy metal, drinking beers. You know, that was my youth. But I was very physical. I really, loved bicycling, loved running, and then over the years, I think that maybe this sports activity also took me out into nature, mountain biking and stuff like that. Yeah. In the sports academy in Copenhagen, I met Tobias. He became a really good friend. He was also a student, and we're still really close friends.
This is from the really crazy bike trip I had with Bjørn in, what was it? I think it was 2004, something like that. Actually, it's quite a long time ago, so I can't really remember. But we were really, really young, as you can see here. Young and naive and just heading out for adventure in China and Pakistan, the old Silk Route called Karakorum Highway. It was a true adventure, that's for sure.
Altså han formår jo at pushe grænserne for hvad en familieferie normalt er. Tage ungerne ud, sætte dem på en cykel, køre igennem. Men det er jo ikke fordi, de lider overlast eller noget. Han formår jo også godt at mærke og sige, okay, nu skal de også have opfyldt nogle andre behov. Nu kan det godt være, at de skal have en pool og en god seng at sove i. Så fair nok, så gør vi det. Men I får kun to nætter her, venner. Så er det ud på cyklen igen, og så fortsætter vi. Der er mange, der rejser i verden og ikke ser en skid. Der er nogen, der har været jorden rundt, men de har egentlig ikke oplevet noget, og de har ikke mærket noget, de har ikke taget noget med hjem. Altså Bjørn kan man jo bare sende ned ad gaden. Så vil han falde i snak med en eller anden, og så vil han komme indenfor, og så vil han komme ud med en eller anden historie, som jo faktisk nogle gange er meget, meget, meget smukkere end alt muligt andet. Og det er det, han kan. Han kan det med mennesker, som ingen anden kan.
He's got this extremely positive way to approach people. And I think he approaches everybody the same, which I think is a really wonderful quality that, I feel like he's one of the people I know that's basically the best at meeting people. Generally, I think Bjørn is really good at heading to places where very few people go and finding good stories and good people there. I know he traveled a lot in, Eastern Europe, the Balkans, Russia. Some of those places, I think that's really, really inspiring because it is some of those places that we don't know anything about. I think many people will think that's not a place to go. From the first book he wrote about bicycling to Iran, but through Eastern Europe and Russia and stuff, I think that's really inspiring.
Vi skal jo finde et sted at sove. Så enten så kører vi ind der, hvor ham her mand vil lige at snakke med, kender en smutvej med en låge, som er lukket på grund af dyrene, men den kan man åbne, hoppe ind på den der mark, og så lukke den igen, og så kan vi køre faktisk, prøv at se her, hele vejen ned under den her store strand, og prøv at se, hvor fint der ser ud her. Det ser lidt ud, som man kan finde den her store strand helt for sig selv. Det kunne være ret fedt. Vi kunne også undersøge, om der ligger en eller anden bondegård, som måske har nogle hotelværelser, så kan vi spørge bondegården, om vi kan få lov til at sætte vores telt op der.
head on, blowing fresh at the door. No limits on.
Nej, kom her. Trust me t-shirt. Og nome. Hvad hedder du, Vibe? Så kan du sige, jeg så Vibe. Vibe. Vamos. Det er Vladimir.
I've been doing 4 books about my travels, and I'm working on even more. There's so many ideas, there's so many projects that are maybe born out of being a member here of the Adventures Club of Denmark. I'm working on a podcast together with the National Museum on historical explorers, many of the iconic ones, Livingstone and Stanley and Gagarin and Armstrong and stuff like that.
Bjørn's podcast has become something special. When I talk to other women at the Women's Adventures Club or with the men, people often say that we listen to Bjørn's podcast when we go from A to B, and then we know we have enough time to listen to it all. We don't want to be distracted. We want to hear the whole thing.
Bjørn keeps his listeners spellbound.
I know what it is that he does on stage when he's interviewing you. He sets you free. He sets your story free.
Er det kork? Det kan være, det bare her. Jeg sagde til ham, det var telt. Kom her.
É daqui, Cabernet francês.
No.
Sim. Leva! Esta é Cabernet francês. Daqui, esta. Exclusiv.
Bille, der er snacks til dig. Prøv lige at se, hvad der er. Nej. Der er slik og karameller og hjemmedyrkede agurker og rosiner.
These are his favorite.
Esta é eu.
Så er der slik.
Naturprodukt.
Han har lavet
Esta
he
é
has
eu.
made
Produksão é eu.
Ja.
Mercado não.
Vladimir
Mercado.
Mercado var det.
Det her, hvor man bare banker på, og så er der en anden, der er sådan ud af ingenting, er så hjertelig. Det synes jeg er utroligt.
Ja. Det er også typisk dig, der lige falder ind i en fra Moldova midt i Portugal. Og så kan du tale russisk med ham.
Ja, hvad er chancen? I think for me it's so important to show my kids that things like that can happen. They're also watching the news, they're also reading the newspapers. And what's in it? More or less bad stuff, huh? You know, everything is going in the bad direction. The war's soon coming, the oceans are dying, the nature is not wild anymore. All these negative influences. And we should not wrap them up in cotton and say it's not happening. We should talk with the kids about it, but we should also present the other side of the coin. That is, there's a beautiful world as well, and there's so many nice people.